And as 2025 draws to a close, Team DD India takes a look back at the year that tested India's economic resilience and revealed its ambition. From tariff shocks and global trade turbulence to record-breaking growth and digital transformation, India's journey unfolded month by month. It was a year of transformation and laying the foundation for a $5 trillion future. This is a story about how India turned challenge into triumph. Take a look.
"2025 saw India's economy prove its resilience and ambition. From tariff shocks in January to record-breaking growth in December, the story unfolded month by month, showing a nation on the rise. The year began with global trade wars reigniting. Tariffs disrupted supply chains and exporters faced turbulence. India seized the moment, positioning itself as an alternative hub, diversifying markets and accelerating export promotion missions. By March, reforms under Atmanirbhar Bharat provided fresh incentives for manufacturing and electronics. These measures cushioned the blow of external shocks, strengthening domestic demand and reducing reliance on volatile global flows. April brought sharper challenges. US tariffs on Indian goods doubled, slashing exports by nearly 30%. India responded swiftly, supporting textiles and gems while expanding trade with ASEAN and Africa. By June, the payoff was clear. India announced it had overtaken Japan to become the world's fourth largest economy, the GDP crossing 331 lakh crore rupees. A symbolic moment marking India's arrival among the world's economic giants. India's digital revolution reached new heights, with UPI processing more than 18 billion transactions in July alone, cementing India's position as the global leader in fast cashless payments. In August, the International Monetary Fund confirmed India's GDP at $4.18 trillion, ranking fourth worldwide and contributing nearly 4% of global output. India's GDP grew at 8.2% for the second quarter of fiscal year 2025-26. This was due to timely GST reforms combined with continued capex infusion. Manufacturing and services led the surge, proving India's growth was structural.
So I think the GDP growth story is largely India-driven. I think we also gave stimulus in terms of GST rate cuts. Before that, I think the income tax rates had been brought down, and together with that, I think we have support for the rural economy. So, and monsoons have been reasonably good. So all these factors did support India's growth. I think so. India is largely a domestically driven economy.
By October, inflation fell to just 0.25% year-on-year, the lowest in the current CPI series. At the same time, exports rose nearly 5%, showing resilience even in the turbulent global trade environment. The index of industrial production rose nearly 4% in November, with manufacturing up nearly 5% and construction surging more than 7%.
So if I aggregate October and November, both months, there is a growth in merchandise exports, despite all the global turmoil. All the levers of the economy have demonstrated a great deal of positivity.
By December, India's nominal GDP stood at 343 lakh crore rupees. Real growth averaged 6.6% for the year. Exports reached a record $825 billion. Services exports $387 billion, and cumulative foreign direct investment crossed the $1 trillion mark. The message was clear. India's economy was not just growing, it was transforming. India's booming economy is now firmly on the path to $5 trillion, and within the next decade, poised to stand among the world's top 3. Bureau Report, DD India.